The crowd roared with excitement, drums pounding in rhythm with the heartbeat of the village. It was Adara's wedding day, and the air was thick with anticipation. She stood at the church's entrance, glowing in her immaculate white wedding gown, the most beautiful maiden New Muick had ever known. Her betrothed, Obinna, waited at the altar, his smile wide and proud. This was supposed to be the happiest day of her life. But not everyone in New Muick was celebrating. Hidden among the sea of smiling faces was a figure, cloaked in darkness and hate, watching with burning eyes. For Adara carried a secret, a curse that she knew nothing about. And today, it would reveal itself in the most terrifying way. The wedding ceremony began. The priest's voice echoed through the church, blessing the union as everyone looked on with joy. But as he spoke the final words, Adara's smile faltered. Her hands clutched her stomach, her face twisting in sudden pain. The crowd noticed her discomfort, whispers rippling through the room. Obinna rushed to her side, his eyes filled with concern. But then, a scream. A blood-curdling scream that silenced the entire church. Adara fell to her knees, gasping in agony. Her body convulsed violently as the crowd watched in horror, too stunned to move. And then, before their very eyes, something unthinkable happened. Adara gave birth, but not to a child. She gave birth to a snake, a massive, coiled beast, slithering out from beneath her wedding gown. The snake's black scales shimmered under the dim church lights as it curled around her, hissing loudly, as if mocking the celebration. The congregation erupted in terror, some fainting, others scrambling for the exits. Obinna stood frozen, his heart racing, as the nightmare unfolded before him. How could this be? How could his beloved Adara, the pride of the village, give birth to such an abomination? But this was no accident. Adara had been cursed long before her wedding day. Years ago, before Adara was even born, her mother, Nenna, had wronged a powerful old woman who was rumored to be a witch. Nenna, in her arrogance, had stolen from this woman. She took her land, her livestock, and cast her out of the village. The old woman had begged for mercy, but Nenna showed none. In her rage, the old woman cursed Nenna. For your greed, your daughter shall carry my pain. She will marry, yes, but on the day of her greatest joy, she will give birth to a creature of terror, and all will see her for what she is. Nenna dismissed the curse, thinking it nothing more than the ramblings of a bitter old woman. She married a wealthy man, and gave birth to Adara, who grew up to be the most adored maiden in the land. But as Adara blossomed, the curse lingered in the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. On Adara's wedding day, the curse came to life. As the snake slithered around the church, Adara collapsed, exhausted and weak. The crowd had fled, and only a few brave elders remained. The priest, his hands shaking, attempted to perform a ritual to banish the creature, but it was too late. The curse had already taken root. Obinna, heartbroken and confused, took a step back. He loved Adara, but this was beyond anything he could comprehend. Could he still marry her after such a horrifying event? Meanwhile, Adara, weak and confused, didn't understand why this was happening to her. She had always lived a pure life, helping the poor, respecting the elders, loving Obinna with all her heart, but curses care little for innocence. In the days that followed, the village buzzed with rumors. Some said Adara was possessed, others whispered that she was a witch. Few dared approach her, for fear of the snake that now seemed to follow her every step. But Adara refused to let the curse define her. With the help of her grandmother, the only one who believed in her, she sought out the origins of the curse. They traveled far and wide, consulting wise men, herbalists, and spirit guides. It was a journey that would test her strength, her faith, and her love for Obinna. The moral lesson of this story is that the consequences of our actions often extend beyond ourselves, impacting future generations. One must always act with integrity and kindness, for the harm we cause others may return to haunt us in unexpected ways.